Well, Coach, the city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the latter when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Jim. 81. Man 5-7. He's checking crowd.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back. 280. I got you. Pump. Check 26. Say. 6 guys. Tyson.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
I got it. Chill.
Now Wentz. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Check hot route. Hot. Alert flare.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go. Hey, we're going to 54. Going to 54. Hey, defense. We're going to 53. You go tight. You got tight.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Kill. We're going to 53. Check 9.
Now Elliott. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, touchdown number 15 of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hey, watch it. Black, come on. Man 5-7. Hey, Charlie.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off, Byron Jones. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. This is Elliott. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun, and that's Elliott, complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
At the 31-yard line.
Check, 59. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54, wide in. Here we go, go to 54, wide in.
Here's Prescott. And this is caught at the 8. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Here we go, wide in. Lights 59. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Check safety. Here we go, 47. Check 99.
Now Elliott. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Prescott now. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Sunday.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Jalen Smith charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Go. Check. Watch 54. Watch the run. Mike 5-4.
Throwing now is Wentz. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play. And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
No running room for Zeke on 1st down as he'll maybe get a yard out of that. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check, 59. Get that quarterback. We're going to 53. Switch it. 26.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Check. 59. Cut.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the 1st down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. A gain of 6 there on first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first down, Wentz. And this will be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Hey, you got three, three down.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
First down for Philly. Wentz on target to Hollins. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 29, Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Hey, Alpha. Hey,
now Wentz. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. 30, the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try to go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing his Wentz. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit. I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. Wentz going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. The kick by Marr is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one covers 29 yards. First down. First down, Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jalen Smith able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Wentz now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Wentz. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
I'm going to run you.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down from the 32 now. Here's first and 10.
Get that ball. Chance. Hey, kill. Hey, force, don't kill. Lion. Get wild.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now on second and 13. Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, it's Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
Here we go. Check 53. Danny. Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Lion. Check. Here we go. Going to 53.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
We're going to 54. Right here. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Here we go.
10th carry now for Elliott. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Marr, up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of the team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They'll run on first down. Sanders. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Watch the pass.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Eagles on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Elliott on first down, going to get about 3 before he's taken down. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
We're going to 53. Check, 59. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Here we go, 46. Give me that ball, defense.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3.
I'm about to take you to school. We're going to 54. Why?
Prescott. Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Jannard Avery able to record his 5th sack of the season. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
It's a gain of 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second and a couple. Wentz, they'll roll him out right. He'll have a first down past the 40. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very.
And now here is another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. The Eagles on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Going for it with Sanders. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but it's going to be 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Wentz to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him.
Here we go. 4-8. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line 26.
A first down carry by Elliott. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Forced out to his left. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Mac Hollins the intended target, and it's third down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game.
He's got a man, complete. He got 29 yards that time. Wentz now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring.